Hi friends, welcome to my channel. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Felicia. I am a human and civil rights advocate, and I run a Divas Can Manifest that sponsors this free tarot channel. Thank you for being here. Today we're getting into a who is on the jelly team. Who is jealous of you? We have 4 perfumes for you to choose from. These are all cosmic intelligence perfumes. Of course, we have Stardust, Kiss, and Galaxy Glow. Now, I was not able to find fragrance notes on these, but they're super on brand for our spiritual community, and I thought that they were super cute to bring to our spiritual shop. So you can find the links to all of them down below, but I will give you the fragrance family from my own nose. So Stardust Kiss, it really is a dusty scent. It is a dry and powdery finish, which would belong in the Oriental fragrance family. So if you like Oriental fragrances, powdery fragrances, that would definitely be a beautiful scent for you. I love it so much. It smells so good. And then Galaxy Glow is actually a fruity floral finish. So go ahead and check her out. I love these ones. They are the Disco Ball perfumes, and the Disco Ball is one of our motifs at Divas Can Manifest. So I love disco. I love meet me at the disco. I was called to the disco, period. Okay, but let's get into it. Check the description box for all of the ways to get in contact with me. You can find all of the information down below about who I am, how Felicia Tarot was started. You can catch the latest free yoga sadhana. We have free yoga sadhana every Saturday called Sunrise Sadhana. It is at 8 a.m. Central Standard Time, where we meet on my lifestyle channel on live stream. The Chakra Alignment Yoga Journal is launching. We are currently doing the pre-sales for Chakra Alignment over in our spiritual community shop. So go ahead and grab your copy. It will be sent to you, delivered electronically to your inbox the day before our next series starts. So we just finished the first series of Chakra Alignment, which was our 8-week series over at Felicia, and we are starting the second series to commence Pride Month, to celebrate Pride Month and to align our chakras. Of course, rainbow gang gang gang, but if you are not part of the LGBTQ pride community, then you still is literally just colors. It's literally just a chakra system. Don't sweat it too hard, but have your yoga journal to follow along, and you can find the link to our spiritual community shop down below. Also, sign up for our newsletter at Divas Can Manifest. We are getting prepared for lunar updates for the new moon and full moon lunar cycles. So you get the newsletter over by signing up for Divas Can Manifest. You can also find our the best free feminine hygiene guide when you sign up as well. And we are also doing our art call submissions through the end of the summer. August 31st is the deadline to submit your art to be featured in our newsletter and a special piece that we're working on as well. So go ahead and look for the sign up link. You can find links to these perfumes down below at Cosmic Intelligence, as well as our Project 444 fund. We are currently raising money for our scholarship fund, and you can find the direct link down below. If you don't want any perfume, if you don't care, you can also just become a straight up donor with Divas Can Manifest, and we love that as well. So if you did not know, all of the proceeds to our channel go back to our nonprofit organization to, for one, raise money for our scholarship fund, but also just all of our other operations. You are supporting in ways that you don't even know. I love you guys so much. So all of the ads that you watch on the channel, all the tips, super chats, and all of the revenues earned from you watching the ads go back to our nonprofit organization. But don't forget that Winner Circle is our exclusive members only tarot. We have Beyonce Tarot over there. We have Money Manifestations and Divine Feminine Money for people who are on the journey to financial freedom. And become a member to the Winner Circle. Become a winner today, honey. And we recently just posted up all of the astrological updates from Capricorn to Sagittarius. Every month you get the Psychic Advantage. So go ahead and check your Sun, Moon, Rising, Chiron, and Venus placements over at the Winner Circle. And of course, the members only subscription goes back to our nonprofit organization. that's pretty much it, you guys. Let's hop on into it. Who is jealous of you? We're going to get a little bit about why this person is jealous of you, and it'll help you narrow things down, and then we will hop into who it is. So let's get right on into it. Choose from your fragrance, and also check out the link down below. I love you, and I'll see y'all later. Bye. Pile 1, welcome to your selection. So you chose the first Stardust Kiss, and this one again has a very dry finish. Smells so good, but it also has some floral, so it can be oriental and fruity. So you can find this perfume in our spiritual community shop, Cosmic Intelligence, and of course all of the proceeds go back to our nonprofit organization in women's health. So I thank you guys in advance. So I went ahead and pulled your overall significator as well. So, you know, this is about your resilience. So you'll know that someone here who, I'm getting an ex-partner or a mother or something like that. There's something where someone took you through something and you felt like you needed to bounce back from something. I'm hearing that there was a lot of grief associated with this person. There was a traumatic experience associated with this person. Somebody's name that starts with the letter G. I'm hearing Garrett or Glory. And they literally are jealous of you for surviving. I think that this is the strangest thing ever. So they may have, like, they literally may have been wishing death upon you. They didn't want you to recover. They wanted to hurt you. So this is like something where they saw you have a struggle. Your life is not picture perfect, but it's literally a very abundant and prosperous life nonetheless. You have been overcoming obstacles, bouncing back, recovering from trauma, surviving, and your life is not picture perfect. It's like they are jealous of you for bouncing back, okay? It's like, despite all these obstacles and challenges, you did not accept less than the best. It's like you didn't settle, or you didn't let yourself become a victim. And I think that's why it's so, this is why they're mad, is because they are the people who are like settling, and these are the people who are not in the top shit. You are always in the top shit, no matter how big of the setback it is. It kind of just feels like your comeback was harder than, like, it hit harder than the setback, and you did not accept less than the best. And it's like, so like these people have not experienced like nowhere near as many setbacks, and they are just like sitting there looking very mediocre. I'm hearing something where they did something very cookie cutter, or they did something mediocre, okay? And it's like these people are jealous of you for never giving up, okay? And you just always keep the faith and keep like hope that things will get better. So some of these people are very jealous of your relationship with your concept of God. They're jealous of your spirituality, your faith, and how your faith and purpose driven. I'm getting somebody here, this Cancer, they're very jealous of your breast, how busty you are, and how you still are soft, especially if you're like athletic and fit. This person, they are big and buff, and something about them don't have a waistline, or they have a booty do or something like that. So let's see here. What? At the finish line. You're at the finish line. So they are literally watching you have a setback and run a marathon, face an Olympic-sized trial, and now you're at the finish line and reaching your desired outcome. They're literally seeing you win a race. They're seeing you come in as first place. They're seeing you, like, something about you had all the odds stacked against you, and you have been able to beat everyone, is what I'm hearing. I'm hearing you beat everyone despite this setback, despite these odds that were up against you. And this is like why they're jealous of you, okay? So who could this person be? Give me some information about who this person could be, okay? Some of you guys, this is your mother, okay? This is your mother. So it kind of feels like some of this is like, you guys have been like the sacrificial lamb of the family. You have learned the transcendent nature of this. Gaining this stability. I'm hearing you supply all of your family's needs. You are a provider of your family. And I think that this is literally, I don't think that this changes like how you know, how your relationship with your mother necessarily. I don't think that this is, you know, like stops them from being stable in your relationship. It doesn't stop them from caring about you and loving you. But it is kind of like, especially if you are like that, you know, that person, that child who comes in and provides. You are that child that comes in and takes up the matriarch position. You are that child that comes in and starts running shit because you were the one that was able to get the stability for the family. You were the one that was able to finish the race, okay? And it kind of feels like you are not the only person who went through struggle and strife and survival in your family. Your family is grief-stricken or unfortunate. So I feel like, you know, for most of you, take it how it resonates, you guys. It won't resonate for all, but just take what resonates and leave the rest. It feels like this is a situation where there is a little bit of projection going on because you were resilient. You have been bouncing back from anything. And it's like you are motivated to supply your family's need. You are motivated to provide for your family. But these are the same people who are struggling with your capacity to do that. Okay? Okay, relaxation and activation. So this is somebody who, you know, this person is envious of your relaxation. Some of you guys have time freedom. Someone's name starts with letter R. Some of you guys have time freedom, or you don't have to work a traditional job. So some of these people have to work still, and they see you doing whatever it is that you want. Some of you guys are retired as a teacher, or you're retired. Like I said, you're at the finish line. Some of you guys, your goal was to retire, and you are now at that retirement, and you're retiring as a teacher, or you're retiring with passive income. You're retiring with financial freedom. And you know, this is like this is why they're jealous of you. Now you get to relax and meditate, and they're seeing you doing a lot of yoga. They're seeing you doing a lot of, you know, out in nature, Pilates. They're seeing your leisure time. And these people, they have to work all the time, or they are not retired yet, or these people, they don't have a business. They don't have, they're nowhere near financial freedom. Okay, so I think that this has been like the issue. Okay, so this is not personal, especially if this is family. It's like, you know, you break your back and work so hard for them, but it's like they just are jealous of the fact that they were not able to do it, right? So, but it's okay, because, you know, it really does take a village. Okay, it's not like you did this alone. Some of you guys, this was a bunch of people coming together. These were lovers, partners, friendships. These were family. I'm hearing that, you know, this person has even played a huge role in you getting to the finish line. This person has even played a huge role in you being able to relax and get freedom, right? I'm hearing something about 2 years. In 2 years, 1 to 2 years, you will cross that finish line of retirement, of owning your first home, of, you know, retiring your parents, and, you know, having that passive income come in and making money while you sleep. Some of you guys, you know, you face many setbacks, or had to overcome a lot of obstacles to get here. So this is like people, I'm hearing that you're the one that's doing it first. And there's a lot of people who haven't had as many obstacles, who haven't had to bounce back from anything, who haven't had to recover from trauma, who haven't had to be in the survival state like you, who are jealous of you for being able to do this, okay? For being able to do this and doing it fast. I'm hearing something about it happen very fast, okay? It's like something where you might have even taken a break because you were trying to recover from something, okay? We have Mars, energize, confront, force yourself to. You guys are, I'm hearing something about you getting so tired. Like some of you guys, you are tired, you are recovering still. But you are like, you need to find, with Mars energy and Mars going direct, you need to find that energy and the motivation to get your ass up and finish this project that you started. Get to the finish line. You guys are running into, I'm hearing that you're running into unexpected challenges, unexpected obstacles. You're running, like you're taking a leap of faith. You never know what's going to happen. All these obstacles are just like challenges for you to grow. So it's you know, keep going, okay? Force yourself to get up every day. Force yourself. Grow. Work harder. You're almost there, and you're doing it faster than anybody else. I'm getting that when you retire, and when you get to this goal, this end point that you are, you know, so desiring, people are shocked that this is happening for you. It's like they have been having nowhere near as many obstacles, and they have not been able to get to this finish line. You are first, and you are the finest, and you are the best. I'm hearing you outworked all of them, okay? It's like your life didn't have to be picture perfect for you to have the best. Like, something about you, you're like, I'm the best, and I do not settle for less than the best just because I've had these obstacles, just because I've had to recover from something, just because I had traumatic experience. It's like you had a lot of self-worth, right? Just because you did not let yourself be a victim of some type of oppression or someone's evil eye. I'm hearing that these are literally people who may have like left you in victimhood. These are people who they may have been the reason for a traumatic experience. I'm hearing an ex-partner that you've had to recover from there. Like, I'm hearing a Virgo, a Pisces, a somebody's name that starts with the letter N, or somebody, an Aquarius, someone's name that starts with the letter F. I'm getting a particularly ex-partners. They're literally seeing you persist and survive, like, and now you're at the finish line, and they can't believe that you were capable of doing this. They can't believe that, they're shocked that you overcame all of this and that you didn't let yourself be a victim, okay? Whoever this is, who is this person that's envious of you? Who is the person that's envious of you, Power One? Get yourself up and force yourself. You're almost there. I know you're so tired. You're getting to the relaxation. You're getting to the, you will feel better once you get the rest that you need, okay? So keep going. You're almost there. Especially because some of you guys are still recovering. So I'm hearing it's taking a long time to recover, but you're bouncing back. You feel like it's taking a long time, but everybody else is like, oh my God, this is like so quick and fast. Like, how did you do that? LOL. I'm hearing you're simply the best. Okay, Power One, this is why they're jealous of you. Tell me more about who this person is. This person definitely may have used some type of violence and aggression. I'm hearing that these could be men, okay? Men who are watching you get to the finish line, because like they are men who stopped helping you, or men who grew an ill will at you for, you know, bouncing back and landing on your feet after their destructive force. Like a Leo, a Taurus, a Scorpio. I'm hearing a lot of ex-partners who were traumatic experiences. They could have left you feeling like a victim with their abuse and their, like, I don't know, their destructive force, and you just bounced back and you landed on your feet, right? We have wild thoughts. It's not like these people don't want you anymore. It's like they still desire you a lot. They're like obsessed with your body, and like they are so like obsessed with you. They want to have you in an intimate way. But they literally are seeing you free yourself from their destruction, free yourself from victimhood, and move into a healthier circumstance. Some of you guys were in a home, or you were in a dynamic with someone. Maybe they were providing for you. Maybe, you know, it was just like an unhealthy, toxic situation. And they see that you have literally been granted so much mercy, grace to survive, and how you have been moving forward and healing your pain. Like, they're literally jealous of you for moving into a healthier circumstance and like bouncing back and landing on your feet. Like something where you were trapped in a relationship with someone that was super toxic and destructive and toxic to your growth and happiness. And you changed that negative experience and negative attitude and focused on what was important, right? I'm hearing that they're literally mad. This is an ex who you were like, you were protected the whole time. You were like, I'm hearing you were granted so much mercy and grace and this healing journey. And they literally see that you have been like protected. Like you have been, like these may have been even lovers who went off and chose other people. Somebody's name starts with letter S. This may have been a lesbian lover, okay? But I'm getting that these are literally like people who see you overcome the obstacle of their like abandonment, their rejection, or their toxicity, and they're angry at Gemini or something like that. So someone's name starts with the letter R, N, G, W, F. QTA. I'm hearing that these are ex-partners who are watching you relax and watching you move on to your life and move into a healthier life. And they feel like you are kind of like, some of them, they're getting punished by you, by like, because they are stuck like desiring you now. Like they literally watch you struggle and watch you overcome an obstacle, and now like seeing you and survive, like seeing you reach the finish line, seeing you, I'm hearing they're watching you glow, they're watching you succeed and accomplish and like not settle for less than the best, because they were literally like, being with them would have been like settling, and then they watched you like get to the finish line. They watched you do it by yourself, they watched you force yourself, they watched you confront your challenges, they watched you have a lot of energy and motivation to stand up to this and overcome your obstacles. And now they're sitting there like, oh my God. Now they're like, oh my God, look at you now. Like, oh, you're so, ooh, sexy, and like, ooh, look at you, you're so desirable, right? So they feel punished by you because they are never going to be able to touch you again. Like they are literally stuck desiring you. I'm hearing eros. They are literally yearning and lusting and daydreaming about, fantasizing about being with you, and they feel like you were like, but when they were with you, they were doing something destructive that you were protected against, right? Like you could have been left a victim, but you were divinely protected. And you met, like they see that they, like after overcoming their obstacle, that this was like, you were granted, like you, it was like you handled it with so much grace and you were granted mercy. And they literally are like watching you succeed and accomplish and glow. And you know, they're stuck like, you know, wishing things could go, like wishing that they had cooperated, wishing that they could like go back to the way things were, wishing that they had not like fumbled, right? We have a Cancer. I'm hearing that this particularly is like somebody who you had a nurturing, sensitive, and caring relationship with. They knew that you were very sensitive. Something about you may have had a traditional relationship with these people, very submissive, getting provided for, very homey, but they ended up like doing something destructive to you. They did not want you to express. They were very egoic in their generosity. You were like, this was like, I'm hearing something about home, safety, and family, something that obstructed your home, safety, and family with these people, and it was a traumatic experience. And these people, like they were very wasteful and lazy, and they did something out of spite because they were so insecure around your expression or something like that. Or they became overbearing, controlling, and demanding. And you were already like this traditional submissive person, and it was like they needed more submission, they needed more, like I'm hearing an ex, like, or something about like something where their ex-partner may have like obstructed the relationship, or there was something that happened where, you know, this person, it was like a traumatic experience because it was related to the home. I'm hearing family trauma, family violence. This person was starting, like I'm hearing that this started to feel like a very threatening situation. They were having volatile and frequent mood swings. And they knew that you had a rich emotional world, and they knew that you were very sensitive. So they were literally trying to obstruct your foundation, stopping you from feeling stable. Like it was like you couldn't relax anymore. You couldn't like take care of yourself. And they were just, I'm hearing something about you were becoming fatigued or lazy. They were really impacting your mood. I'm getting especially a water sign. Like you were not able to cope with the daily demands of your life. And they see that this was just like their emotional like overwhelm was like something that you needed to, like an obstacle that you needed to overcome. And now like they're jealous of you because they're watching you move into a healthier circumstance, and they're left in that like toxicity, desiring that they could have this home with you again, desiring that they could like have you in that traditional feminine, sweet, submissive way again, and that is no longer being offered to them. Okay, so yeah, I'm hearing that this was just a painful situation with the person that you ultimately needed to like protect yourself from. Okay, a Scorpio especially. Okay, somebody in a home, in a house, or a Pisces, somebody that you worked with, or you had an intimate relationship with them. Or it was like once nurturing, sensitive, and caring, and then something became forced, imbalanced, and defensive. Okay, it started to feel, it was no longer caring and expressive. It was like, it started to feel threatening. That's what I'm hearing. So, this person who's jealous, what else do you need to know about the situation? Power 1. Yeah, this relationship is more than over. I'm hearing that this situation I'm hearing that the resentment is building with this ex-partner. I'm hearing someone's name that starts with the letter W, because they're literally watching you. I'm hearing they're watching you with another partner or something where you had another option. They're watching you move on with your other option. I'm hearing something where you strategized around this situation, and you were having like, you know, you may have just been using this person for a home, but then you had this like, but they were just like a decoy, and then you were just like waiting for your other person to like meet you. You know, you were waiting on this other person to meet you, or you were like, you know, exploring another option and something like that, and they literally see like that, you know, you were not left a victim because you had another option. Like something where they are so pissed off watching you with somebody who was your real wish fulfillment. Like something where you may have been with a Taurus or a Virgo, or you were with somebody else who was emotionally fulfilling, more affectionate, more generous, or like took you out more or something like that. Like you had another option, and they're like starting to realize that this was like while they were fumbling, right? They were fumbling their opportunity. You were strategizing the whole time so that you wouldn't like be left a victim, because you knew that something about the situation, was contradictory, or you knew that this person was insincere in a way, or, you know, irritable. Okay, you knew that something about it was unpredictable, so you kept another option open. And they like, the resentment is building with this person because they know that like after that relationship failed, right, they're over, and they like, you moved on to this other option that was like your dream or something like that. And you and this person are having like a wild thought about each other, and they are like, their other options suck, or their other option fell through, and they're watching you like your other option was like the man of your dreams or something like that. And they are just so pissed at you for having another option. This is why they're jealous, because they're left with like a loser, someone who's fat and ugly. Someone's name is Angel. This person, or their name is Helen or something like that, or their name starts with letter H or A. Their other option was bad in bed, or their other option just like never compared to you. Like they can't have a home with this person. They're not affectionate. They're not like, you know, this person, I'm hearing that they're apprehensive, or they are just with somebody that they were feeling sentimental with, a relationship from the past that was over, and they have literally like went back to something, like something where they went back to something that was like a bad investment, and you moved on to something that was like your dream come true, or they watched you like move on and be unobstructed or something like that. Like it's crazy because you went off with somebody who was healing you, and they were just like they're just left in a toxic situation. This is why they're mad. Okay, LOL. Ace of Wands. And then the Five of Wands. Yeah, they watch you go have a spiritual new beginning and like reach a milestone with somebody else. Like that's crazy. Like I'm hearing somebody where they may have been involved with their ex, or they were like they literally became like, I don't know, something where they became wild, or they were trying to obstruct your freedom in a way, and you went off and hit a milestone with somebody else who was more healthy for you. Like then that was like, that's why they're mad, because they know about this. I'm hearing that something where you took a leap of faith on somebody else, and you guys ended up like reaching a milestone with one another. This is what this person, I'm hearing that an ex, or like somebody here where you were dating two people at once, or you were just strategizing around your options and stuff like that, and they knew that you were having like a better experience with somebody else. That's so crazy. LOL. That's why they so mad, because they're just left with this bad option that is just like a fight, or just like an ex that didn't work out. Thank you so much, Power One. Let me know how that resonates. Don't forget to shop Stardust Kiss and Cosmic Intelligence. All of the proceeds go back to our nonprofit organization. But until further ado, until next time, I'll see you in the next one. Bye. Hi, Pal 2. Welcome to your selection. So who is jealous of you? We have Galaxy Glow here, which is a fruity floral fragrance, and you can find her in Cosmic Intelligence. All of the proceeds go back to our nonprofit organization in women's health. So check her out in the link down below. But we also have your significator. We have Courage. So I don't know, it just feels like men. I don't know, y'all. This is like somebody with the opposite gender as you. They look at you and they see that you're so feminine, but you had a lot of courage. It's like this is about your honor and your virtue. This person is so jealous of you. I'm hearing you're a person in leadership. Okay, so this could be the reason why they are so envious of you. This person, they hate the fact that you are like a monarchy. You rule, and you sit on your throne alone. I'm hearing that you're like your own government. You have your own beliefs. You have your own laws and philosophies that you go by, and you represent the virtue, and you hold people to a high standard. This person who is jealous of you, they are jealous of your bravery and conviction. It is because you are so noble and so honorable. So this is, for a lot of you guys, this is about your social class. So especially like if you think about it, like you are like the people on the front lines, and you are pioneering, you're spearheading, and you do not let like doubt get you down. So something where you are I don't know, this feels like it can go either way. You are high honor. Okay, I'm hearing you receive high honors. So people are watching your comment section, or I'm hearing something about they're watching your comment section, or they're watching your your status. You are very high honor. Like something about you, even if you have a small following, or even if like some of you guys are like you're wealthy, but you're not like social media famous or something like that. It's something like you're very highly endowed because of your level of academia. Maybe you do come from a prestigious family, but you take up a very big role in the community. I'm hearing something about your family making a lot of donations. I'm hearing something about you making a large donation to the community or something like that. And this makes you very noble and honorable. Something that you've done where you are giving, you're doing something, you're giving back or something like that. And these people, they have nowhere near, they would never reach your magnitude. They are nowhere near your stardom. Even if you have a small following, it's like you are something where celebrities watch you. You're very connected to high status individuals because you are a high status individual. Something where you get a lot of recognition for your, like you just get a lot of recognition, and you're very noble and honorable, and you have a high level of virtue. So these people, they're seeing your virtues, they're seeing your belief systems, you're seeing your lifestyle and your values. And these people have a opposite lifestyle and value. These people don't have the same lifestyle and values as you. And they see that this, like them being your opposite, means that they are, and you being noble means that they are like the peasant. So this person, they don't feel like, somebody's name that starts with letter S or Capricorn, okay, Cancer, Aquarius, Capricorn. These feel like women or feminines or someone of your same gender who don't have status. They are ghetto, or they are they have no education, or they are literally just like, they're not smart, okay? They're not very honorable. They're not good at something. They don't have natural gifts. They don't have talents. They don't have exceptional intellect. They don't have creative power. And they see that you have like this dazzling self-confidence because you get so honored. Like they're watching you receive high honors. They're watching people praise you. They're watching people call you a genius. They're watching people celebrate your intelligence. And you're just sitting there on your throne, governing. That's what I'm hearing. Okay. I'm hearing something about people, they're watching you overcome any obstacle. It's like something about you had a lot of bravery and conviction, and you defied the odds. You did not let self-loathing, doubt, a lack of confidence within yourself, imposter syndrome, dampen you. Something where you gained a lot of confidence, and you had the courage in the face of an adversity. They see you overcome fears. They see you win battles, okay? So people are just jealous of how noble you are and how this took a lot of virtue. This took a lot of skill, discipline, and strength, okay? And again, like I was getting from Power One, this feels like, people who are also envious of your beauty and your bosom, okay? Because you're very conceited. I don't think that it's like, oh, you're like, oh, I'm conceding. I got a reason. I look way too good to be. But you do. You do look way too good, friend. Okay? You look way too good, and this is the issue. But it's like you have this confidence within yourself because you're self-made. You have this confidence within yourself because you were brave, because you had courage, because you've been where these people were with the shadow work, right? You've been this insecure person who was triggered into pain and shame. You've been here, right? But your courage and your bravery to stand up to your oppressors, stand up to your own fears that bully you, overcome your fears, stand up to so many adversities and overcome anyway. They see you expand constantly because you stand up to your fears daily. So these are people who are just like cowardice. These are people who are not, they don't have good self-confidence. They are dampened by that. So these people are who are in their shadow work with you. Okay, these are people who are in their shadow work with you. I'm getting, if this is a man, I'm hearing that these are romantic partners or something like that. They are staring at your face a lot. I'm hearing something where they're staring at your face a lot. And they don't feel good enough for you. Your beauty, your face is too beautiful is what I'm hearing, okay? We have the behavior and interpretation. So this is, like I said, this is not about, this is not about, I don't know, something where this is your beauty, somebody with a bang or something like that, or somebody who got a prison sentence. I'm hearing somebody here who had a prison sentence. Somebody was, I'm hearing they went to prison, they're felons, or they're, like I said, they're peasants. Some about these, I'm hearing somebody is going to prison. And so these people feel like peasants next to your honor and virtue. It's like something about you, you didn't need to step on other people or hurt people to get ahead in life. And these are the people who, they're deeply triggered by successful people, deeply. This Cancer, this Aquarius, this Pisces, this Scorpio, they're deeply triggered. Some of them are just prosties. Some of these people are your ex. But these are people who have a very intense inferiority towards you. And it's because of your work. It's because of your service to others. It's because of your conviction. It's because of the adversities that you have overcome. You've been here. Some of you guys, you've been in this same victimhood, in the same adversity that they're still struggling with. And they feel so incapable of overcoming this in a virtuous way. Okay? I'm hearing these are a lot of harassers. These are a lot of harassers who are jealous of you. Okay. What did I say? Cancer. Yeah, this person, this Cancer, or these are people who you had a romantic relationship with who turn into harassers. I'm getting feminines who are harassing you, women who are harassing you because they were very triggered by your behavior. They interpreted your behavior in a certain type of way. They were triggered by, like, I don't know, something where they were triggered by your behavior. I don't know what that means. But let's get more. Who is jealous of you, pal, too? I'm hearing something about your leadership. They are triggered by your leadership. Yeah, enlightenment. Oh my God, yeah, I knew this was happening. It's going to come out. Your enlightened was interpreted so, like, they projected so much. Because I said, like I said, they feel like peasants, or they're just not enlightened people. Like, I'm also hearing something about your expressions around, like, your body image, or like people who have an inferiority about your body. Okay, some of them, they are just surviving off privilege, or they have plastic surgery, or they're not naturally beautiful. And like I said, this is about your beautiful face. So something where the body may have come second. This is about your beautiful face. The issue is your beautiful face and how that makes you, like, I don't know, your beauty makes you a part of a noble class. Like, it makes you, like, yeah, this person, this Cancer, your beauty makes you a part of the noble class, or something like that. Your beauty gets honored a lot in their face. Something where their beauty doesn't get honored, or they don't get men, or they don't, like I said, they're not getting honorable romantic partners. They're struggling to get romantic partners or something like that. And they see that your partners come in and they honor you. They might grow intimidated, or they might you know, get triggered by you as well, because they start to like they're not able to handle this beauty with enlightenment or something like that. Who are these people who are jealous of you? Okay, these are definitely people in your shadows. These are people who are triggered into pain and shame. Okay, I got the first pile was mostly men, but I feel like this pile are definitely women. Okay, who are offended by your status and your enlightenment. Okay, it's about your attitudes, about your past. It's about your feelings, because these people are like I said, some of you guys, you have been where these people are currently. So it is a lot to even like, I don't know, like you know that this is why they feel inferior, because you've already surpassed this. So these, you know, these people feel very incompetent and inferior. Okay, so this is the heart of the matter. It's not, you know, your fault. It's not their fault. They're just needing to go through their own refinement process. They need to grow their enlightenment. It's like some of you, especially if you guys are like the same age or they're older than you, these people feel like such a huge like failure next to you. They feel like they have not, like, how are you so young and so successful? Or even if you're not that young, these are people who are like older than you, who have like a big problem with how smart you are, how much wisdom and enlightenment you have at such a young age. Okay, or at your age. We have the air element. You were very adapting. Okay, we have a spiteful, vengeful liar. Somebody's name is Anita. Okay, or these are like these are people who see you as like a 10. Yeah, this Cancer, or this is a sister, or this is somebody who was jealous of your body, or they're envious of your skill at dancing or at movement. Because this person, they just don't know how to move. Something about this person does not know how to move. And it's like, no matter how much, like, you know, this is not going to resonate for the whole pile, but, you know, just because this pole dancer came out and boobs and just like, you know, this feels like somebody who just does not know how to move. No matter how much flexibility they gain, this person just doesn't know how to move. I'm hearing a Scorpio as well. Somebody's name is, you know, they might go by Medusa, or they might have their Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces. These people, they just don't know how to move. Like, they are just stiff, awkward. They look weird or something like that. Some of them are surviving off privilege, or some of them, they lost their touch. They are not doing well. Also, you know, but this could also be someone who found out your, like, they found out your status after the fact, and they seen you adapt through something, and they knew that you had, this was like, they knew that you were like dealing with an adversity that you had to stand up to. And I think that this has been like the whole issue. Okay, so they just are victim mentalities is what I'm getting. Okay, very victim mentalities. They can't adapt. They can't go with the flow. They can't dance. It's like, please, we don't want to see it. And they just see you as like a 10 out of 10. Okay, they just see you as a 10 out of 10. Okay, who is jealous of you? Let's get into it. Lovers. And then we have Aries on the bottom of the deck. The fact that you take up the role as the leader, because some of them, they are in the same age group as you. Some people do see this person as a younger sister to you, but if they're old enough, if they're like, you know, an adult, then I'm hearing something where these people, they're old enough to know better. They hate, like, this, like, your individuality and your leadership. I think that this is the issue. And they hate, like, some of them, they really try to come between you and a lover, because they were with the spiteful, vengeful lie. Someone's name is Phoenix. Okay, this person tried to come between you and a lover because they just hated to see you get care. Okay, someone's name starts with letter A. I'm also getting roommates. Yeah, this person, oh my god, what's going on? What do you need to know about this person? The spiteful, vengeful liar, who are like, they see you as a 10 out of 10. Like, it's not just your beauty, your body. They're very, like, you know how Remy Ma look all busty in this image. Your boobs, there's something about the way that they are looking. How curvy you are. Someone's name is Deja. Somebody is built like a square. Like, they don't have any curves. They may have booty, but they have no curves. This is something about like your bust and your hips that give you a lot of curves is what I'm hearing. Okay. Or somebody here, they gained a lot of weight. Someone who this is about your body, your beauty, your skin color. You're like a 10 out of 10, and they hate the fact that these lovers are attracted to you. Like, so I think that's what's been going on, friends. Who is jealous of you? Okay, and what do you need to know about this person? They just feel inferior with the 10 of Wands, and the fact that you are like the 10 out of 10, you are like the leader as well. But it's your enlightenment, friends. I think, like, you know, it's your enlightenment, and then, you know, the fact that you're this beauty as well, it makes you at the forefront. It's like, you know, even if they have, like, I was reading this, I was like, okay, you know, sometimes I'll be thinking, I'm like, oh, people hate pretty people. And I'm like, well, when it comes to garnering success, some people will, you know, you can attract a lot of hate, but I'm also getting that looks do matter. Okay, in the grander scheme of things, looks do matter. And some of these people, I'm hearing someone's name. I mean that this person, they just, maybe you guys are doing the same thing. Like I said, you might be a stripper or a pole dancer, exotic dancer, and they feel like you've received privileges because you know, this Capricorn, they feel like you've received privileges because of your beauty, okay, or your light skin, or that you can be racially ambiguous. Okay, something about people, they refer to you as an international beauty. You're everybody's type. And this person, they just feel so inferior next to you. But I'm also getting that the reason that you're in this leadership position is quite literally because you have enlightenment. It's because through the air element, you have intelligence, you have, like, you seek information, you gather information, you reflect about your attitudes from the past, and you have a, you know, they have an altered intuition where they have been, you know, they have a very skewed perception of reality. They think that this is a privilege that you have. They think that this is, like, you know, they don't have knowledge and wisdom and information. So they have a totally skewed perception of reality. And because you have had to, you felt like these were fears, right? So, like, it's a difference between someone who is in their comfort zone, living a conventional life, trapped in victimhood, not having enlightenment, right? And it's quite literally, like, there's a difference between people who face their fears versus people who do face their fears. People who don't face their fears, it takes a level of courage to stand up to a situation where you don't have all the information, where you take a leap of faith, where you don't know what to expect, and then you go through the burning, you walk through the rings of fire, and you learn. You get the flame of awareness. You get the information through trial and tribulation. Like, it's like the obstacles that you overcome, the adversities that you face. You did not know. You didn't have the information going into them. This was why you did the shadow work. It's like you literally did that work, and that's why you're in the position of leadership now, because you put yourself into those scary positions. You had the bravery and conviction to stand up to the fear, to get the enlightenment. It's not like the enlightenment was given to you. Like, it's like something where, even if people who, like, these could be victim people or oppressed people, or these could also be like privileged people, where they were just given the things that they had, and they never had they have the privilege of having everything that they need and want. They never had to go through an adversity to get information. They never had to go through adversity to get to heal their intuition. They never had to go through adversity to, like, get to success. And so there is, like, you being this person who, like, you had to go through all these struggles. Like, what these oppressed and victim people don't realize is that you did not have any privilege. Like, they trying to make it seem like it's because you had privilege. It's not because of a privilege. You just have an altered intuition. You're looking at my skin tone, or they're looking at your skin tone, one to two shades lighter than them, or they're looking at, like, your life, and, like, they're totally misperceiving it. They're looking as if, like, you were, like, everything is rainbows and sunshines. They're looking like, oh, everything works out for them, or, oh, they get everything that they want. But you literally had to walk through the burning rings of fire to get information and do this shadow work, and you had to face your fears when you were in the dark and didn't have the information, didn't have the enlightenment. You had to go through a lot of different illusions, wishful thinkings, shiny object syndrome, met with so many, went through karmic loops of slander and libel, dealt with so many spiteful, vengeful liars, and ultimately like got the clarity, got the I'm hearing that you got clarity, you got wisdom, you got you became intellectually empowered. You are literally superior in intelligence than these people. So this is why they're jealous of you. A Cancer, Aquarius, a Scorpio, a Taurus, a Gemini, a Capricorn, like a lot of people who see you living an abundant, beautiful life now that's enlightened because you had the courage to get to enlightenment. Privileged people don't have to face these kind of adversities, but you did that. And some of these oppressed people are angry at you for doing that. And some of these privileged people are sitting there not authentically empowered. They're surviving off the privilege, okay? So this is what's been going on. These people, they definitely lost to you. So they may have been in a competition or something like that. But you are a monarchy. It's not that they have any position of power. They have no control whatsoever. It's like they see you as a monarchy. You are the one that has all of the control and the power. And you rule by yourself. And they just feel like peasants. They just feel like they are people who get dominated by you. Especially a spiteful, vengeful liar who was just like under an altered perception, like they were under a total illusion. I'm hearing that this Cancer, this person was delusional. This may have been somebody that was in your work environment, or somebody who attached onto you with on some type of bizarre and strange thing where they altered the facts of reality. With the Seven of Cups. Yeah, with the Seven of Cups and the Two of Pentacles, these people are now, like, after bringing them enlightenment, they're still trying to juggle their perception around things. These are people who have been delusional. They have been lying, and some of them have quite literally been believing their own lies. Someone's name starts with the letter H. They have been they've been telling themselves lies. They have been telling other people lies. And some of them, they were confused about your image and who you are and, what you stand for and stuff like that. And they were interpreting your behavior. It was like they weren't able to really see, like maybe you were just behaving in a certain type of way and it was a lot of illusion around this. So they interpreted it wrong. Like I said, if these are scarce peoples with epigenetic transgenerational traumatic experiences, these people have a skewed perception. They have not healed their instincts. So something about them perceiving your behavior was totally off. They had made sweeping generalizations. Some of this stuff was not even making sense. So they have been trying to get information about that. Okay, so yeah, this is what I'm seeing. Pile 2. These people who are jealous of you, they are still trying to juggle their perception of you. They had a lot of illusion around you, and they were deeply triggered by you and your success and your position of leadership, your nobility, and this is all things that you worked for. So they have been challenging their perception. This has been a journey of unconditional love with these jelly team members, because they have needed to get they needed to bring their own pain and shame to the light and take responsibility for their behavior, especially these spiteful, vengeful liars. It's, some of these people literally made up a story to try to harm you because they saw you in a leadership, saw that you were noble in a leadership position, or they interpreted your behavior in a certain type of way. Some of these people were offended by your enlightenment, and it's quite literally because they are your opposite. They are the peasants when you are the noble leader. So they were, you extended them compassion, and I feel like this was something where you went on a journey with these people and helping them understand the error of their ways. That's what I'm seeing, pal, too. Let me know how this resonates down below. Don't forget to shop Galaxy Glow and Cosmic Intelligence, and all of the proceeds, of course, go back to our nonprofit organization in women's health called Divas Can Manifest. I love you guys so much in advance. I'll see you in the next one. Bye. Hi, Pal 3. Welcome to your selection. So you chose Stardust Kiss from Cosmic Intelligence. This is a dry, powdery oriental fragrance, and it smells so freaking good. Let's hop into it. We also pulled your significator which is knowledge. So this has been a running thing on the channel. These people are very offended by your knowledge, your truth, and your wisdom. It is because they are, someone's name starts with the letter B. Or a letter W. Okay, so these are people who don't have an education, or these are people who are older than you. And so they're deeply triggered. You know, this could be a continuation from PAL 2 for you guys. So let's get into it. Who are these people and why? Okay. I'm hearing you're just smart as hell. Like, you always have to outsmart people. It's something where you literally have to outsmart these people, because something where they literally think that they're at an advantage. It's like where they literally think that they're at an advantage, or they think that you're not smart. Okay. And then something where you express knowledge and they are literally shook. These people cannot believe, like, some of these people, these are people who are envious of you for knowing policy. Something where they're envious of your knowledge of the policy, or they're envious of your knowledge of the law. It's something about you comprehend the law, and they see that you get off scot-free a lot, or you get a slap on the ass from the DA. It's like these people, they're envious of the fact that you get away with things as well, because you outsmart people. Okay, LOL. You already know the law, you already know the policy, you already are like very privy is what I'm hearing. You're very astute is what I'm hearing. Very wise and mature, and you keep learning things. These people feel like you keep learning and you keep growing and you keep looking up things on Google and researching, because you want to always have the advantage. You want to always have the advantage. You want to always be smarter than everybody else, because you love being smart. Okay, you love being smart. And I'm hearing that you keep sharing different insights, and they're like, well, we thought that you was finished, but you're like, I'm just barely getting started, and you already upset. Like, you are like, look, some of these people got left behind because they were not able to keep up and evolve. They were not able to, like, I'm hearing somebody's name is Aaliyah. These people were not able to evolve. They were not able to keep up with your comprehension. They were not able, I'm hearing somebody's name starts is Megan or something like that. They were not able to keep up. It's because they're still in school. And it's like you are their teacher or something like that. Some of you guys are teachers, so these could be your students who are like, I hate that I can't keep up with the teacher. Like, you're not supposed to keep up with the teacher. You're supposed to keep going back to the lessons and studying them. So, you know, stop acting weird. Okay, somebody's name is Mary as well. Something where a teacher, somebody's name is Mary. So this person could be doing the same things as you. I'm hearing something about the color purple. I'm hearing people at a studio. You know, these people, I'm hearing that they could not keep up with you, or they saw you advancing a lot. Okay, so they, you know, they still in school, they lack in education. You're like their tutor for like the special education or something like that. We have choose love. Yeah, somebody here is watching you. Someone's name is, these are people who you like, they're on social media. So this person's name is Mary, or I'm hearing someone's name is Mercy, or it starts with letter M. But it's like you need to choose love with these people, because you just know you're their teacher. I'm hearing that you have new graduates as well. Something about you, they're envious of your graduates. Yes, we do have graduates. Something like that. Your bow girlies, something where it's like a cult of pink girls or something like that, or it's a group of smart girls is what I'm hearing. They're very envious of your friendship group, a group of smart girls, or a sorority that you're in. It's like you guys are all intelligent and smart as hell. Something about all of your girls are pretty and smart is what I'm hearing. Something about you have new graduates, you have your students, something where they're seeing you at a studio with a group of girls, and y'all all beautiful and y'all all smart. So people are very envious that they're not a part of this group or something like that. Someone's name is Caitlin. They're very envious of your graduates. Okay, something where you have students that are graduating college. Your students are learning, expanding, and growing. You know, and you're praising your students. You're like, oh my God, my students got 4.0 GPAs. My students got straight A's, and they're envious of your students. Okay, so yeah, somebody's envious of your students, and they envious how well your students are doing behind your teachings. Some people are seeing the business behind the craft, okay? So they're seeing your operations, they're seeing how you run things, and you're teaching people how to like establish like you. That's what I'm hearing. You're becoming an experienced maven. Oh my God, you're becoming an experienced maven. Oh my God, you just showing up. You're like, look, you're going to learn these lessons, and you're going to learn them today, okay? Today. right? Something where you're gonna learn today. When you come over, you're strict. Something where you're a strict teacher as well. They seeing your graduates and your students do well because you're so strict on them, or something like that. Okay, you've been holding meetings. You have been making power moves. You have been letting them oppositions know that they can't keep up. I'm hearing your mind is as sharp as a tack. Okay. Even if you're getting older, y'all, your mind is as sharp as a tack. And like some of these people, they can't stand it, okay? We have obliviousness and awareness. Okay, let's get recentered. I'm getting all over the place. Woosah. Okay, so these people who are jealous of you, they see that you're getting a PhD or you're in a post-baccalaureate program. Some of you guys are getting honorary degrees because you're so proficient. As something. They're seeing a lot of your experimental materials. They're seeing a lot of projects in the works, and they're seeing that you are becoming amazing because you are like perfecting something. Okay, you're perfecting something. So this is why they're jealous, y'all. I mean, like it's okay because they seeing you and your group smart as hell being in the top. Okay, all of your girlies are in the top as well. So it's not, you know, especially your graduates, they know that you have graduates, something like that. I don't know, something where they know that people are graduating into their proficiency. Your students are moving on to expert levels as well, and you're like, look, some of them are becoming partners in your organization. Some of them are becoming, you know, your advocates as well. They're becoming your alliances and partners. They are sharing your work. They're seeing people be influenced by your work. They're seeing people, you know, your bow girlies, or they're seeing your girlies team up, link up, and get this love out, like get this awareness out. They're seeing people be influenced. I don't even know if you are seeing this. They're seeing people be influenced by you. And I think this is why people are so envious of you, okay? We have Mars energy that also came out in Power 1. So let's get into it. Let's get more about who this person is. This could be an Aries, or these could be people who are envious of your sorority. Some of you guys are thetas, kappa alpha theta. I love me some thetas too. Okay, they're very envious of your sorority and how you guys are the best sorority. Something like you guys are the best sorority, or you are the most sought after sorority, or something like that. Okay, and how y'all all smart and pretty. Something like y'all all smart and pretty and successful, and y'all all be teaming up and like making people aware that like you're the best. Like it's not like you're sitting there like, oh, we're the best, but it's kind of just like, look, we are like, like they just know that. It's like they feel like, you know, people always say this about like sorority. Sometimes they can feel like sororities are kind of elitist in some type of way, like only the best get accepted into this program, or the best get accepted into this society, or the best get accepted into this organization. And they're seeing you holding meetings with your organization, or with your society, or with your sorority, and they feel very left out. And you guys just sit as a clan, not the Ku Klux Klan, but as a clan, as a group, and you are making these oblivious people aware of something. Like it's like you guys confront issues a lot. They're watching you confront issues that people have with you, or like some of you guys are like you're clapping back. You're letting like you're addressing hate comments. You're addressing like, you know, things that people say to try to like undermine your organization. Like some of you guys are literally like, these are power moves. Like they are power moves. You're letting people know like, look, I'm very aware of this, and if this is something that you're oblivious to, I'm gonna make you aware of it, or something like that. Even if it's calling out your own ish, even if it's addressing like, it's like you're addressing a hate comment, but it's also like you are also debunking that myth around that. You know what I mean? Like you're letting people know that you're like an oblivious, like you're just like or like you reply with the definition, or you correct them, or something like that. Something where you correct their grammar, or you correct their speech, you correct their obliviousness with your awareness. And it's like they see you outsmart these people all the time, and they feel like it's because like you're an elitist low key. Okay, LOL. We have more Mars energy. Interesting. Okay, well, who is this person that's jealous of you? So this could be a Taurus, Libra, or Aries. Okay. So we have the first house. I'm hearing men are watching these people very envious of you, and they kind of embarrassing themselves in front of these men. Low key, They don't even know. P, very embarrassing. LOL. Jelly team. Oh my god. Like, oh my gosh. So, yeah. Very jealous. Okay. So, you know, who is jealous of you and why? This is about you. Some of these people have watched you on a journey, and you could literally be a graduate. You must have just graduated or something like that, or you just have completed a major, part of your life, or they see you moving into your expert maven level. You're becoming an experienced maven at something. Some of you guys are very big on social media, have large platforms, but what your position, whatever you're doing, your position in the community or in society is highly sought out. It's highly sought out, especially some of y'all got 1.3 million followers. Y'all are big and bad, and they're just watching you with your handbags and your totes and your jewelry and your shopping trips and your cute car, and they're watching you, excel. I'm hearing high academic achievement, high amounts of knowledge. It's not just beauty here. This is like lots of action taking that they're seeing. Okay, and this is from a social media account, and these people, they're just oblivious and slow and lethargic, and you're just like, I'm on a voyage and a process of discovering myself. You are becoming so unique. Okay, someone's name starts with letter K or C. Your approach to life is highly, I don't know, individualized from these people. It's like your position is very sought out, but it's also like a position that people cannot even reach. Okay, so they're noticing distinct qualities of your personality that they cannot mimic. They're noticing your approach to life. They're noticing your unique life. And like a part of you also doing something like adulting, like they're seeing you move from this like immature state and into your mature state. Some of you guys, your body is still changing. Even if you are like 18 plus, even if you're 21 years old, your body is still changing, and people are noticing. They're watching your form a lot. They're watching you grow. They're watching you with a boyfriend. Some of them are watching you with a boyfriend, and they're wondering like how your boyfriend is like, getting pleased by you. They know that you guys are intimate. They know that you guys have sleepovers overnight. They know that you guys have taken trips together and things like that. They're watching your physical body, even if you have a very cute petite frame or you don't feel like you're very curvaceous. Some of you guys are European descent. So some of these people are very concerned, like especially if they're very concerned about how your body is maturing and how you're becoming an adult. Okay, some of my younger peoples out here. Okay, they're very concerned about how you're becoming unique, and you're just sitting there, even in your immature state, with all of this knowledge, and they know that your wisdom is going to grow. They know that your body is going to change. Some of you, my small petites, are, you still are becoming unique. You're still defining yourself. You're still learning about your own personal style. I'm hearing the way that you're styling your hair and the type of jewelry that you pick out. And, it all reflects how you're developing, and it all reflects, your transition from your early childhood and who you are meant to become. Your demeanor and your basic sensibilities from an early child. Some of you guys started this social media platform when you were quite young. And now they're seeing your body change over the years. They're watching how your voice changed over the years or something like that. Your voice became more mature. Your voice became more, confident and stable. And they know that this is all a part of all this action and drive that you've taken to be, and staying determined and becoming an adult and doing the mature things and taking on the responsibilities and gaining more sensibility about things, getting more practical about things, learning how to, dress yourself, learning how to care for yourself, learning your own feminine hygiene, learning, how to care for your skin and your hair, and how to be responsible, how to maintain a schedule, how to balance your schedule with your work and your personal life. And then you're becoming even more beautiful is what I'm hearing, sweets. Your hair is growing longer. You're socializing and relating more. They're concerned with your unions, your friendships, your societies that you're taking up, your organizations that you're taking up, your romantic partners, your relationship with your family, anything that you're finding to be pleasurable as you mature are beautiful and artistic. They find your life. They're very envious of how you have transitioned from this early childhood state to this mature state, and you've made everything like it's all a result of like you having this beautiful life and this beautiful knowledge. You've gained so much knowledge over your lifespan to make great decisions. Okay, great decisions. And you're becoming this goddess of beauty and love and artistry, and also being successful, right? Who is jealous of you? Justice. Okay, interesting. So these are people who were in competition with you from an early child, okay? Or these people were on the jelly team, and your like knowledge and your drive and energy to meet your challenges and to your adulting and your maturation process disillusioned these people. So something where you outgrew these people on social media, or your beauty outgrew them, especially your decision making initiatives outgrew them, and it's like you became a grander expression of yourself, and people started to like, as they saw more of your basic sensibilities, more of your personality, more of your approach to life, as you define yourself more, you became more unique into this adult. And how you also encourage others. Your life, you look so productive and efficient, and you are constantly growing and on a continuous improvement. It brought something into awareness for people, like especially like these are people who are jealous of you. This is not just like their jealousy is coveted. This is like overt jealousy. These are people who are their jealousy has come to light, and you have been needing to choose love, and you have been needing to kind of just like, you've been just like trying to move on with your life and trying to like stay positive in your life. And so, a lot of people know about an open conflict that you've had with somebody who was, from an early childhood, or like even before, like this could be early adulthood as well, and how, you brought fairness and balance and truth to the situation. It's out in the open about these people, and they just look like they were in a competition because they were just jealous, right? They were never ambitious, they were never motivated, and you stood up to a situation and brought justice to it. And these people, they were previously oblivious to this person, and with your decision making initiatives and your beautiful life, your beauty and your artistry, you disillusion people. So tell me more about the situation. Two of Swords reversed, strength in the reverse, and then the Ace of Wands. Yeah, this is a new spiritual beginning. These people just had an ill will. Some of these people were cloud chasers, fame hungry, social climbings, and they were not like, they were just insecure next to you, right? Next to your beauty, next to your artistry, and next to your knowledge and your status in society. Some of you guys, you raised your status up. You were not this high status before, and now you became like this prominent figure. Some of you guys are, graduating, and that reflects an even higher, like, ascension into a higher social class. You are literally dilettantes, or you are literally becoming the experienced maven now. You're becoming a socialite is what I'm hearing. You are a socialite, and people, they're literally watching you on social media while they get like left behind, right? I'm hearing that these were a lot of friendships where they were just like insecure attachments, people who could not keep up with your knowledge and your decision-making initiative. I'm hearing a lot of people that you left behind, where you go and leave this passionate, driven, determined, and ambitious life. They just grew an ill will, and like your life expanding in this way disillusioned all these other people. Everybody from your childhood, all of these other people who like wanted to make it seem like they wanted to stop you from becoming unique, right? They wanted to get in the way by stealing your clothes, by stealing your personality. They're starting to see your distinct and unique approach to life. They're starting to see your distinct qualities of your personality. You cannot compare with Pal 3, right? So now you are literally like the one who has the authority and the socialite standing, and they're just like people who fell from grace, people who got disillusioned, people who got embarrassed trying to fight you for being unique, trying to fight you from, for becoming who you're meant to become, because they were just cloud chasers. They had no purpose, and you were just like this ambitious person who wanted to have a good life and wanted to succeed. These are the people who are jealous of you. You brought justice to these people. Like, they quite literally openly have an ill will. A Gemini, a Cancer, a Capricorn, a Aquarius, people are very aware of this person, and they took like a public humiliation around this. Your decision making and your knowledge disillusioned them. They're like, we know why you're upset. We know about this person. We know, everybody knows. They were oblivious to this person before, but now, like, you realize that life is a marathon, and you knew that you had this energy, you know, to confront the situation. You knew that you were the real passionate, determined, and driven person, and they were just like cloud chasers. And so time has told, and people can no longer, they're aware now, they can no longer be oblivious to this, you know, trying to blur the lines with, you know, like, your continuous progress and improvement disillusioned these people. All this knowledge, all this information, all of this, like, you clearly know what you're doing, and they just look so incompetent, and they feel incompetent next to you, right? Keep on learning, keep growing. These people look so rudimentary next to you, and people know, and you know, and they know, you know, that they're jealous of you for your knowledge, right? I'm hearing that this is a spiritual new beginning with these cloud chasers and these, like, you know, ill wheels. So let's tell me what you can expect around this. Now that people have the flame of awareness with the Ace of Wands, you know, that these people are just like, they're not as great as you, okay? I'm getting that some of these people still feel, you know, they feel very invested. I'm hearing that these cloud chasers, or the people with an ill will, they still feel invested in maybe a competition, right? Because they have made so much investment, right? They've, you know, they've invested time, money, energy, effort, like, you know, they've invested a lot in trying to, like, compete with you or trying to be like you. And, you know, they might have to, like, the thing is, they will probably, because they invested already, they might try to, like, continue building upon that investment, meaning they might continue to, this might be a situation where you still need to stand up to it. Like, you can choose love, like, we don't care anymore. Like, you know, at this point, it's like, they just look like people who follow your trends. They just look like people who are copying you. They just look like people who are like, they need to survive off of you, right? You are like, they just see it as people who you influenced, right? These are just people who you influence to live their life like you. LOL, you know what I'm saying? It's not something like they were, you know, at first, initially they were trying to compete with you. They were trying to steal from you. They were trying to hurt you. They were trying to stop you from having pleasure. They were trying to stop you from becoming unique and beautiful. Some of them were trying to stop you from having a marriage. And now they're seeing you indulge. I'm hearing these are people who created a lot of drama in your life, right? So now I'm getting that they taught you major lessons around socializing and about your own beauty, right? You're like, dang, there's so many people hating on me, I must be beautiful, right? Pile 3. They taught you how to be mature. They taught you to confront the situation and to, like, protect yourself, right? So these people, they still feel invested in this conflict. They still feel invested in a drama because they quite literally don't have any other investments. Although this investment has not panned out for them, they see that you are the ones who are having, you know, your investments panning out. Their investments are not panning out. They're not growing. They're not doing well. They're clearly not having success from what they're doing. But because they feel so insecure and confused and not sure where else to go, they will continue to, like, you know, they might continue to just, like, follow your influence, right? So, but they'll never be the leadership. They'll never be the high society. They'll never be socialites like you. That's what I'm hearing, okay? So they're very mid is what I'm hearing, okay? Yeah, they're still not going within about the situation. I'm getting that this is a new cycle where in these cycles, you will need to choose love with these people. Act from care and compassion. Don't, you know, I know you getting irritated because you don't want to look like nobody. You want to be like, you are unique. There are distinct qualities of your personality and your life that they cannot mimic, right? So, you know, them knocking something off, it really doesn't matter in the grander scheme of things. Just see it as somebody who got influenced by you. Become flattered by it. You're flattered by it. It's like you're working with these people. But the thing is, they refuse to go within. They refuse to, like, find their own clarity. They're literally attached onto you for character development. They're so insecure next to you. They're so, you know, it's just like that you're trying to help them. By choosing love, it will be a collaborative situation where you help these people find their own love and beauty in their own life, right? You'll help them. Like, this is literally, they have an emotional attachment to you. Even if you don't like them, right? Even if they claim to not like you, they will pretend like it's a competition when they're really inspired by you, when they're really influenced by you, they really love you, they're really obsessed with you, right? This Aquarius, this Cancer, right? This Gemini, they're really, you know, they really see you as very beautiful. They see your life as beautiful. They're inspired. They're actually in awe of you. They're really fans, right? But they'll pretend like it's a competition. Okay, they'll pretend. This Leo, they'll pretend, right? They're on the jelly team. They'll pretend like it's a competition when they're really like in awe of you. Okay, so these are the people who are jealous of you. You'll see them. They, you know, you might continue to watch them. I don't know if it is like, I don't know if you need to. Like I said, you're so distinct. It's not anything that they can do to copy your life. There's no copy and paste. Okay, there's no copy and paste, although they tried to in the initial stages. But your adulting and it was the process of you becoming unique through the first house. You are literally a goddess of love and beauty and artistry walking through. And you're high society, socialite. People love you. And you are like popular, high achievers, moving into your post-baccalaureate program, reading a lot of books, sharing knowledge, smart as hell, right? And these were just oblivious people who made a poor investment, and now they just have to follow through with that investment at this point. That's what I'm seeing, pile 3. Let me know how that resonates down below. These are the people who are jealous of you. Stardust Kiss can be found in Cosmic Intelligence. Don't forget to check her out. Give back to us if you are feeling called to. All of the proceeds go back to our nonprofit organization, Women's Health. I love you, and I'll see y'all in the next one. Bye. Hi, pile 4. Last but not least, you chose Galaxy Glow, which is a Cosmic Intelligence fragrance. It is a floral, fruity fragrance, and it smells really good, actually. I love it because it's just like on theme. The disco. It's Cosmic Intelligence. It's cosmic. It's cosmic. It's cosmic. Okay? So let's get into it, friends. We have your overall significator, and we pull Yo-Yo with Defiance. So this was an interesting card to come out because I was not expecting this. Okay, so this, you're in control. Okay, so these are people who have a problem with your authority. This, you could be a Sagittarius. Okay, I'm getting a Sagittarius or a Virgo, but these people are oppositions who are showing resistance and dissent because you are in control. And something where you expressed an argument or you took an action, and people, you know, they dissented. They show resistance to this. They know that you're in control. They know that you are the decision maker. They know that you're the chief executive officer. They know that you are the leader in this industry. They know that you are the top, right? But this was, I'm getting this, something where you took an action or showed an argument out of self-defense. This was an issue because you're already in control. So they had a problem with you. These are people who were just jealous, right? They showed dissension. They showed resistance to an argument that you, or action that you took, and they were like, oh my God, I'm unsubscribing, I'm unfollowing, I'm jumping on the Nikki hate train. Well, it's quite literally because they, well, to kind of play devil's advocate, they already saw you as having the control. So they were like, you know, you defending yourself or you doing something out of, you know, to protect yourself from an attack, an aggressor, or from bodily harm. They felt like you were already, you already in control. You already know how to like protect yourself, so why even bring it up? I think that's kind of like what was the issue. Like they felt like because you were already in this authority position, nobody could ever reach your level. You were already like, they already felt like that you, since you already had to control this, like, I don't know, they felt like this was like that you shouldn't have said anything back. Like, you kind of know how like Beyonce never says anything. They felt like you should have acted like Beyonce. They felt like they should have, like, you know, like Beyonce is just like, she just put their lights out in silence, right? She just, you know, clock them out in silence. But you literally were like, with compassion and with empathy and love, you're like, we're going to bring this to light. Because I definitely feel like it was a purpose of you doing this. This expression of your opinion, it was not necessary, or this confrontation of something, it was not like, I don't know, it wasn't because you were trying to be vengeful or that it was wrong even. It's quite literally, people got mad at you for being, they already knew that you were untouchable anyway. It's kind of like you already knew, it's like you already know that you're untouchable, so they got mad at the fact that you're untouchable. Like, they just show anger because they were like, you are aware of your power and your immovability, but they saw that this, like, I don't know, they may have saw that this was like so fierce, like, you're a savage. I'm hearing you're a savage. Yeah, classy, bougie, ratchet. But they may have seen it as cruel or violent, or they may have seen, like, they tried to, like, express some type of dissent around it when you were literally just trying to defend yourself from bodily harm or an attack from an aggressor, or you truly believed that you were in danger. And they felt like, oh, you're not in danger, you already know that you're untouchable, you already know that you're unfuckwittable, so why even, like, try to come down on somebody who is already underneath you? They already felt like this person was beneath you. They already felt like this person was inferior, and you just, like, I'm hearing they felt like you like put more on it, like you put more resistance. I don't know if they were like, you contributed to the tension even more, or they felt like you were like adding fuel to the flame. But something about you quite literally was like, it doesn't matter if someone is in control or not, that doesn't mean that they can't still get attacked. Like, it's something about you where, like, you believe that you were in danger, so you spoke up about something, right? And I'm getting that you were not always in control. Maybe there was a position in your life where you were at a disadvantage and people did something cruel and violent to you, right? So they just got mad at you for calling out their behavioral pattern. And the truth is, they were resistant because they are low-key aligned with that behavioral pattern. They were low-key, like, you know, they got offended by an opinion. It's not an opinion, it's like quite literally a defense. So they called it an opinion, and they wanted to vary against that opinion, but it's quite literally like, the reason why you're dissenting and disagreeing or making it seem like it's a problem is quite literally because you are also mad that that Power 4 is in control as well. So I think that's kind of what it was. Like, you know, I'm hearing that this was even more savage. Like, people considered this to be even more savage because you were so, like, they were already inferior. People were already aware that you were in control. So you kind of like added fuel to the flame, or you were like overkill about it. Like, it was like, they considered this to be cruel. They considered this to be like overkill or something like that. But it's also kind of like these people were like, they were cruel and violent to you first, right? But since you like leveled up and moved up, they couldn't, or you put yourself in an immovable position. Now all of a sudden you are the one that, like, now that all of a sudden they have a fault at, you know, for you defending yourself. That doesn't change the fact that this person was totally wrong. Like, that's the crazy part about it. The people who are dissenting are the people who are jealous of you, Power 4. Like, it's not like they're like, oh, you already can't be fucked with, so why even, like, you know, like I think that's kind of what it is, right? Power 4, that's wild. Like, you know, I'm hearing that this was like a hostile argument, you know, between two people who was like, you know, with the opposition, right? And you're like, the opposition, they were like, you already know the opposition is not fucking with you. So it's kind of just like they felt this to be mad. They felt this to be cruel, what you were doing. But these people, I'm hearing something about them. Somebody was trying to, a Scorpio or somebody, or someone's name, a Cancer, or this person who, like, they clearly were already, like, I'm hearing something about they were clearly an inferior. They were clearly not in the, like, they were clearly not as good as you. And they felt like you calling it out was savage. Okay, you calling it out was even more savage. LOL. Oh my god. I'm hearing that you aired this bitch out. Like, we don't care. Like, we don't care. Just because you're in control doesn't make you less of a human. It's kind of like they dehumanize you. And, like, you're just supposed to sit back and let this, like, we gonna call this shit out. We're gonna bring this shit into the air. Like, we're gonna air this bitch out. Because you're not gonna sit up and try to just, like, I don't know. I guess because to kind of, like, reason with them, they already, like, it was already clear that you was in control. I think that was the thing. But, like, on top of it, I don't think that people, I also think some of these people needed this to come into, like, you should have called it out. I'm hearing that you needed to, people should know about it. Like, something about it was happening on a subconscious level, and you brought some type of obliviousness into awareness. You called out this person's shadows, right? And I feel like this was a reasonable force. Like, I don't think the people who are jealous of you, the reason why they're showing up as jealousy is because this resistance and dissension, people who are unfollowing and unsubscribing, whatever, we don't give a fuck. You a loser anyway, clown, we don't want it, right? They was mad because they were quite literally mad because they were aligning with that unreasonable, like they were aligning with that behavioral pattern that you were calling out. Like this was the issue. The reason they're dissenting is because they're jealous, not because you're wrong. This was, I'm getting for everyone, is that this was a usable, like this was a use of a reasonable force to protect yourself or those in charge. Just because you are in charge doesn't mean that you shouldn't protect yourself. Like they just think that you should just be taking blows, or you should just be like, I'm hearing that you're starting to put people's lights out before they even rally up. Before they even get started, I'm hearing you cut their wings before they even start. I'm hearing don't even start arguing. Don't shut up. Don't even say none, because this is reasonable and that's just it. You're just mad at somebody from defending themselves against your behavioral health issues. Like, come on, please stop. They were just mad at you for protecting yourself from danger. Like, just because you, just because you're unmovable doesn't mean that you should just take a loss just cause, right? Just because, like, or you should just like something like they was weird about it, and this was fair. What you did was reasonable. Like it was fair, friends. It was fair. The whole time it was fair. They were just mad at you for, like, you know what I'm saying, standing up for yourself. Mad because they were the ones also being an aggressor, right? Just, and they're dissipating. They see you, like, these are people who are just like dissipating. They're becoming nothing, right? They're becoming nothing, and they felt like it was cruel that you kind of just like, I'm hearing it was overkill. I'm already hearing that these people are becoming nothing. LOL. I'm hearing something where people got mad because they were like, they thought that some of these people, I'm hearing two different sides of the story. Some of these people, they were aligned with that behavioral pattern that you were calling out, but for other people, they thought it was cruel because these people were already on their way out. Okay, these people are already dissipating. They're already becoming nothing, right? Somebody's name that starts with letter S or letter A. I'm hearing the Cancer and the Gemini, okay? Or, yeah, I'm getting people who are already, like, on their way out. Like, you just did them in even more. Like, you was like, little bitch. I'm hearing that you used to, like, something about you guys, some of you guys may have even been in a disadvantaged position and you faced cruelty and violence. So you had no sympathy for these people who were showing resistance. Like, you had no sympathy, right? They just trying to make you out to be this savage, cruel person, and you're just like, look, this was a reasonable force, right? Can't be fucked with no more. Try me again and you're gonna get another force. Keep trying. Better luck next time. There won't be a next time because you're clearly in control. There won't be a next time, Power 4. Nobody's ever going to try you the way that they tried you, like this. Okay? This is the issue. You're very fair. So anything that you know, like, yeah, this situation was grief, right? Like, okay. Let's regather, okay? So let's see what's going on, okay? I feel like you will never have to deal with another situation like this again, okay? Because, and also the people who are jealous and the people were like I said, were the people who are dissenting and disagreeing and showing resistance. Oh, I'm unsubscribing. Oh, if I see another weird throwing with blows, I'm gonna just unsubscribe. You were already not aligned, so you were looking for a reason, Power 4, okay? I'm also getting that, you know, these people, some of these people were not prepared for you to get violent, but I'm hearing that you had the right to protect your life and your property. Some of you guys are quite literally working in law, or you're judges, you are lawyers, you know the law. You know what's reasonable and what's not reasonable. Something where you are a very fair person. So this was not something that they could disagree with. This is not something that there are no objections in the court. This is not something that they can disagree with. This opposition was people who were trying to do something unreasonable. They've been doing something cruel. They've been doing something violent. They have been putting you in danger. They have literally been an aggressor. So this is not, like, this was very fair what you did, okay? It was not like people were trying to make it out. The people who are jealous are the people who are trying to make it out as something that was unfair, right? We have forgiveness and grimness. something that you did where you dragged somebody. I don't know, something people see that you dragged this person from, I don't know, you dragged them from December to June, okay? I'm hearing you ate this person alive before what they did, because they left you in a very grim and grief-stricken environment, in a grief-stricken state. They left you in danger. They were harmed, okay? This was grief. And what you did to this person, you returned that blow. You returned it. I'm hearing you returned it, and you ate their ass up. I'm hearing ate. Because they should have never attacked you like that. They were aggressive and they were cruel. And so whatever that you did that may have been perceived as hostile and violent or savage, it made the situation fair. Now that it's fair, you can like, okay, now that I brought justice to a situation, I can forgive and move on with my life. Don't mean that you get to come back, right? First house, who you are. These people, I'm getting that they are starting to get to see a lot more of who you are. So they're starting to feel, they're coming out of resistance, because they, like I said, this is not something that they can disagree with. You protecting yourself from danger and using a reasonable force is just that. I'm also getting that you're untouchable. Like, you've literally, I'm hearing something where you designed a system or a method for doing something where you can't be touched. You can't be fucked with, right? So if anybody tries to take you out of your position or try to do something to, you know, to endanger you, it literally won't work. Okay? All is fair. We brought truth and balance, and you fucked them up. I'm hearing you stood up to somebody's misogyny as well. I'm hearing you stood up to these a lot of masculines that you were dating who were trying to normalize abusing you. Okay, who are these people who are jealous of you? First house and second house, people who are jealous of your money, your security, and your resources. People who are jealous of your pretty. Like I said, this is like people who were just jealous. Like these people who are showing resistance or showing, you know, they're, you know, varying in opinion. They're trying to show dissension in some type of way. They can't dissent. You don't make sense. You're just jealous because you align with those behavioral patterns of the aggressor. They were these people, what they're showing you, their dissension and resistance is showing you that they were jealous of your social standing. That's what you were calling out, something where you were calling out something that made total sense. They were jealous of your sensibility, jealous of your social standing, jealous of your possessions, jealous of your high values, because they clearly didn't have high values. They were jealous of your personal freedoms and your financial capability. They were jealous of who you are as a person with this first house. They were jealous of how you own yourself, your unique self, right? So this literally, like, people saw you already as this unique person who could not be touched, right? This pretty hurts, this pretty person who has a pretty body and a pretty home and a pretty life, pretty possessions, nice, good values, right? So you sitting there with your values who are like very reasonable. So yeah, they saw you as like, they see you as having this beauty and this high degree of success, financial security, personal freedom. And it was already clear that you were in the position of power. You were the one in control. You were in a more favorable position. But that doesn't mean that you should be accepting like danger. Like that doesn't mean that you shouldn't like stand up for yourself. Like they already saw you as immovable, so they felt like you calling it out and defending yourself was like overkill. But it's kind of like, no, that doesn't make sense. Like that literally doesn't make sense. They literally were just like aligned with that behavioral pattern of hating your pretty and hating your possessions and offended by your values, right? Offended by your values. So yeah, it's clear that they were a failure. Like, it was very clear. So it's, oh yeah, I saw Aquarius. Yeah, lol. Yeah, Archangel Raphael. And then we have sink or swim, right? I'm hearing that you were in a position where this person was impacting your emotional and psychological well-being or health and safety, quite literally. And you had to swim to safety. You had to literally, you could have sunken. You could, like, the thing is, people are seeing this now, right? They're seeing the success now, and they don't realize that you were in a state of grief and a state of danger, and like you had to, like, it was a do or die situation. your story almost didn't happen. So you were very fiercely protective of yourself now. So they were just unreasonable people, and that's why they were just mad at you for being in control, right? When they're just like clearly a failure trying to compete, right? Envious of your body, more Aries energy, violent people, right? Hate you for your self-image, hate you for having individuality. The negative side of Aries are that they just are jealous people who don't have any self-confidence, right? Aggressive, very aggressive, these individuals. So this was the issue. They just wanted to be cruel towards you. They just wanted to be like, they were cruel because like you are pretty and you have nice things doesn't mean that you should endure something unjust and cruel. Like, you know what I mean? So like they didn't have any sympathy for you, in your grief, right? They had no sympathy for, your emotional and psychological well-being. They had no sympathy for your health and safety. So whatever actions that you took or opinions that you expressed were very fair, you guys. Very fair. This is like about how like how to defend yourself now. And I'm getting that this was reasonable to defend yourself when you felt like you were in danger. Okay. So this was the issue, right? They're just offended by your values because your values reflected your success, and their values and those behavioral patterns that they're ultimately aligned with reflect their failures, right? So people who are jealous of you are failures, okay? And they just had this shadow attachment to you, right? They were not truly supportive of you. They may have been hovering around the environment, right? Just obsessed with you, right? Just obsessed with you because they are failures, and they can't, they don't feel like they can, like, they have an issue taking orders. They have an issue. They whine too much. They're materialistic, self-centered people who are impatient, and they see you overcome something where it was a do or die. You had grief-stricken traumatic experience where your story almost didn't happen, and they have literally just been obsessed and marveled at the same time of your strength, skill, power, and God-given talent, right? And it's not our fault that you're a failure, that you have no goals, that you have no sensibility, that you have no method for doing anything, that you have no way, you don't know how to do anything. These people who are jealous of you are just people who are obsessed and looking at you with all the sensibility through the second house, looking at who you are, looking at how you're a unique social image that could not be fucked with in the first place. So this person who's just been obsessed with you has been so impatient, lazy, impulsive, hot-tempered, aggressive. They don't have a lot of drive. They're just, I don't know what they were trying to do. I don't know how taking you out or threatening your life made them more, unsuccessful. Made them more, contributed to their success. I don't know how that was ever a benefit. How did that help you? Did you succeed in doing anything with your violent and aggressive attacks because of someone's possessions and their beauty? They're so totally disillusioned. After you defended yourself from this aggressor, they're a huge failure. Huge. Big losses on the jelly team. They did something cruel to you, and you turned around, transformed, and brought justice, fairness, and truth to a situation. And people found they're cruel. These people they're cruel because you were using a reasonable force, and they had a problem with you defending yourself. They're shadow attachments who are losers, and they will not have any wish fulfillment in their life. Toodles, goodbye now. Thank you so much, Pal 4. Let me know how this resonates down below. These are the people who are jealous of you. Don't forget to shop Galaxy Glow over at Cosmic Intelligence. And again, all of the proceeds go back to our nonprofit organization. You forgive these people because you realize that they were just frail, impatient, materialistic, slower people. And you're moving on with your life and made this situation fair, especially when you became, through the first house, you went on a voyage of becoming unique, individuated yourself, and used a reasonable force against their ass. I love you so much. Let me know how this resonates, and I'll see y'all in the next one. Bye.